Tuesday night. My name is Monty Lee Iveson. I am here hosting along with Brandy Rogers and Erin Henley as we share some amazing stories of some amazing people that we have had the privilege of becoming friends with and calling family in our journey in Monate. Tonight, I'm so excited and so honored to welcome and introduce to you Nicole Leach. She is a top earner, a Cadillac earner, a dog mama, which I totally love and relate with, and a fellow Canadian, and has such an inspiring story, has inspired so many of us to reach for the stars and dream bigger. So I just welcome her and thank you all for being here. If you are a guest, please do put your name in the comments. Let us know you're a guest here so we can enter you into the draw. And that is all. I'm going to hand it over to Nicole. I'm so excited to hear what you have to share with us tonight.
Hey, thank you so much, Monty. How is everyone tonight? Can you just confirm you can hear me because it's really windy outside and I live in the country and my Wi-Fi is, okay, we're good. Awesome. So I'm super excited to be here with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for inviting me on this call. I also am using my ring light and I feel like blinded right now. So I feel like it distracts me so much. So anyways, I have the opportunity tonight to share my story with you and I'm very excited to do that. Before we get started, if you guys can just humor me and give me a show of hands, who here likes money? Yeah, like who doesn't like money, right? Let's be honest. So I'm asking that for a reason. Money to me has always been something that is super, super important, but for other reasons. So money to me means security. It means safety. It has always been my security blanket. I was a welfare kid. So I grew up in a very low income household. You know, we went day to day, sometimes not knowing if we were going to have food on the table. And we went not knowing sometimes if we were going to have a place to sleep at the end of the month. And, you know, it really did kind of instill that in me that I needed money to be secure. Then to make matters worse, my mom and my dad got divorced when I was very young. And my mom jumped feet first into a very long, very abusive relationship. And ironically enough, you know, it was a good thing. Like, yes, did it suck? Yes. Would I change the way things happened? Probably not, because honestly, it made me who I am today. I've always been, you know, a stubborn, difficult person. And I knew from that very young age that I was going to be different and I was going to break the mold and I was going to break that chain and that cycle and that I was going to be different. So to be honest, I started working very young age. I did whatever I could do to make some extra money. I used to walk dogs and, you know, do housework and do organizing and yard work and stuff for neighbors. And I used to save up to kind of try to help take some of that pressure off of my mom. And I always like to say it's kind of funny, like ironically enough, the things that I was saving up to buy were like shampoo and like outrageous shampoo. That was my favorite. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but when I was a kid, that was the thing. It smelled so good. And all the cool kids had it, so I had to have it. You know, I bought things like deodorant and things like that, things that you would consider a necessity, but to me, they were kind of a luxury. And those were the things that were going to make me not stand out as that welfare kid in my class. So, you know, did these life experiences make me who I am today? I think so. Had I not had them, would I be where I am today? I don't know. It's hard to say, but I honestly, I don't think so. So I graduated high school when I was 17 and I moved out on my own, had to get out of that situation. And I didn't get to go to college or university or anything like that. Obviously I didn't have the money for that. And I just kind of continued to work and to do what I could do. I actually saved up and bought my first home when I was 20, which was a huge accomplishment for myself and for my family. Then in my early 20s, I got a job in the finance industry. So I worked for a loan company. I did loans and mortgages. And I ended up doing a mortgage for this guy who worked in the car business. So he gave me his proof of income, and I literally fell out of my chair. And I remember my boss was like, what's going on? Like, why are you on the ground? And I was like, holy crap. Like, this guy does what I do. He does loans, he does mortgages, he's selling life insurance, he's selling warranties, but he's making like a hefty 6 figures. I was not. And I was like, I don't know how I can do what he does, but I'm going to get a job in the car business. And I started pounding the pavement. In the car business, it's not what you know, it's who you know. I didn't know anybody. I just started talking to people, applying, and I got told no over and over and over and over again. And then finally one day someone gave me a chance and they hired me as an assistant. So I started as an assistant to the finance department, basically their bitch. And I worked my way up over the span of 10 years to director of finance. So in the car world, that is pretty much as high as you're going to get, especially as a female, unless you like, you know, are a GM of a dealership, which you don't see females in that role very often. So I became a director of finance, and I thought, okay, this is what I've wanted my whole life. Like, now I'm making good money and I'm secure and everything is good. Well, I don't know if anyone is familiar with the automotive industry, but it is intense. It is grueling. It is demanding, and it's never enough. Like, you can have a record month and be #1 in the company, but you need to do better next month. They just expect more from you next month. So I was freshly married, working all the time. I was never home. I was stressed out. I was miserable. I had gained 50 pounds. I wasn't healthy at all. And, you know, I realized, crap, like, all my life I thought money was what I needed, and money is not everything. Like, now I'm just miserable. So I was coming home every day. I shouldn't say every day, but quite often, in tears. And my husband just kept saying to me, like, when are you going to realize that this industry is not for you? Like, my morals and the morals of the company or the industry I was in just did not align. And I was like, oh, he's right, but what am I going to do? I'm now in my mid-30s. I have no university education. To make the money I was making, you would need, you know, 5-10 years university education. I was literally like in my mid-30s and didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. And that wasn't very fun. So I kind of like had a little panic and kind of resorted back to being that kid, like trapped in that scenario. And I didn't know what I was going to do. Now, I'm a huge believer in everything happens for a reason. And it was at that point in my life where I had reached like rock bottom, I would call it. I was miserable, didn't see a way out. There was no light at the end of the tunnel. And I was laying in bed, you know, scrolling aimlessly through Facebook, as we all do, and I still do every night, except for now I'm making money. And I saw a post from this complete stranger on a buy sell page, and it was for this brand new anti-aging, cruelty-free hair care product. And it caught my attention, to be honest, because I was in the process of switching over all of my products to cruelty-free. So I actually reached out to her just to get some more info, and I ended up signing up on the spot for the discount. I'm a notorious kidnapper. I love a discount. I had absolutely no intentions of working this business. I had no intentions, to be honest with you, of even liking the product. I honestly thought it was just going to go under my sink with my, you know, in my little product graveyard with the rest of the stuff that I had bought over the years from salons and, you know, blah, 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 and not liked. So little did I know, I was going to fall in love with this shampoo. So fast forward to my first wash, and my hair is fairly thick, naturally curly, frizzy. Usually took me 45 minutes to blow dry and straighten my hair. And the first thing I noticed was I probably cut about 20 minutes off of that. So I was able to blow dry my hair. I didn't even have to straighten it. And that was just my first wash. So I was like, wow, this is serious stuff. Like, this is good stuff. So I kind of was a little, you know, a little excited about that. Thought maybe this is actually going to work. Maybe I am actually going to like this product. And then every time I washed my hair, I just fell more and more in love with the product. It kept getting better and better and better. And then I started to get excited, and I had taken a before photo. This upline, this lady, Sarah, that I had joined under, just for the discount, had told me just take a before picture, and I did. And I took a after photo of my first wash, and she had told me to post it on Facebook and tag her. And of course, I wasn't thinking anything of it. I just thought, she wants me to do that to help her business, right? I'm not thinking about me. This is not a business to me. So I posted the photo with a little blurb, like, super excited, my experience with it. Can't wait to see how much, better it gets. And then I went to bed, and I woke up in the morning, and I had like 70 Facebook notifications from people asking, what is it? Where do I get it? How much is it? And I was like, oh my, I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I just have my products and I'm using it. But I knew I had a website. I knew that people could go to my website and order this product, even though I didn't know anything about it. So I just kind of started giving out my website. I was giving out samples. Like, I was blind. Like, honestly, I was just all over the map. But I think that's why I was successful with it, because I was just authentically excited to share this product. I wasn't trying to make money. I was like, Mom, like, you need to try this. It's crazy. And then, Lindsay, you need to try this. And I just started getting people to try it. And then people started buying it. And then somehow, we started to build this little team. At that point, so I was 5 months into the business. I was still working full time, and I hit market mentor in our company. So that's the rank back then where you qualified for a founder. Now you qualify for the Cadillac. So I was one of the first few in Canada to hit that rank and to qualify for the founder and the Cadillac rank. So that was really exciting. But also the biggest thing for me was at that 5-month mark, this like little shampoo gig of mine, this little part-time passion, surpassed my full-time job's income. And that was kind of a wake-up call for me. That was when I was like, holy crap, like, this is serious. I can make some money. Like, I was working, I was trying, but I'll be honest, I wasn't completely sold on it yet or working that hard. So I decided, like, what if I try, what if I try a little harder, and what could come of this? So I did. At that time, I was like, hey, I would gladly get fired from my job. I'm making more money, doing this than I am working full time. So if they fire me, I don't care, like, whatever. So I just started working it from work, and honestly could care less. So on my 1-year anniversary with the company, which was August 2016, I hit director. At that time, I was the second in Canada. And then shortly after that, at 37, it retired me from my corporate job. So that in itself was huge. I got to become a stay-at-home dog mom, goals. That's what I always wanted to do. Now, obviously, I'm still working. I'm working from home, but I'm making my own schedule, and I'm working from my couch with my dogs on my lap. I don't have somebody telling me what to do. I don't have to answer to anybody, which I love. So again, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. Monat was put in my path when I needed it most. I wasn't even looking really for anything because I didn't know what I was looking for, but it has completely changed my life. So not only has it changed my hair, it's changed my life, and now I get to share that with others. So our team continues to grow. Obviously we have thousands of customers and team members who also are experiencing the same thing as I am. And I think that's my favorite part, is helping others now discover their potential and their worth, and what they're capable of. A big one for me being, independent and not relying on a man. So a big one for me is when, these oil field wives or these stay-at-home moms start making more than their husbands do. And that to me is a big one. I love it when I make more than my husband. I make sure I rub it in. He always tells me if I divorce him, he's going to make me pay him alimony, and that I better not. So, but honestly, I'm serious, but I'm joking at the same time. Like, it's just super exciting for me to see women succeed, and men. Obviously, Aaron is a example of that. We have tons of men that also are killing it. So again, it's crazy to think that it all just started from a post on Facebook, but I'm super grateful and super thankful that I did see that post and that I did take that blind leap of faith and ended up where I am now today with all these amazing people. And yeah, that's my story. Thanks for listening to me ramble on.
Thank you so much, Nicole. I love hearing your story over and over. You have been a cross-line leader and fellow Canadian that I've just looked up to through this whole journey. And thank you for always being authentic and so driven and real. I love who you are as a person, and I love what you bring to our company. Just, you know, I just love it. But I have a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Before I ask the questions, I have got everybody that put their name in the chat as a guest. I have them here in the draw. And if you are a market partner, you are not in the draw. So this is just for guests. If you have not yet put your name in, please feel free to do that. It's funny, Nicole, you said that about you leaving your husband. You'll pay him alimony. Yeah. We just had that conversation. I've never made more than my spouse, and now I can say, haha, I make more than you.
Yeah, I always just tell him I have a shovel in a big backyard, so don't even try it.
All right. Okay. So for the people that feel they may not have time, how did you fit this in? Because you were working full time.
Yeah. So I live out in the country, as I mentioned. So I was working in the city. So it's an hour drive for me there and back. So I was working full time, full day. And then I had the extra 2 hours driving. Honestly, what I did was I just made it a priority to fit it into the like nooks and crannies. So, when people were eating lunch, or when people were outside smoking, or when people were on their coffee break, that's when I was reaching out to people. That's when I was doing my follow-ups. That's when I was posting on Facebook. This is before I didn't care. This is when I was still kind of working at my full-time job. And then on my drive, that's when I was returning, phoning people, returning calls, doing my training. That was a big one. So I would listen to, the training that Monate provides, or that we did within teams and uplines. And that's when I would take up opportunity to do that. I had an hour drive. Why not? And yeah, honestly, like you get what you put into it. So I made it a priority. I just ate at my desk while everyone else ate together in the lunchroom. And that was what mattered to me.
Awesome. Okay. Next question. What was your biggest aha moment in your business?
Oh,
I know that's a tricky one. I stumped you with that one, didn't I?
Yeah, my biggest aha moment. Well, other than, like I said, when it surpassed my job's income, like that was a wake up call for me, obviously, realizing that this was serious. But I think just like what it has done, like community wise, I'm a hermit. I don't leave the house very often. I'm not, very good at peopling. So going to all these events and like speaking on stage and like meeting all these amazing people, I think that was the biggest thing that I kind of took from this, or like my aha moment, was just what it did to me, for me as a person. Like it literally changed who I am and how I react. And I feel like I'm a nicer person now. I have a little bit more emotions. Thanks to the shampoo. The shampoo makes you weak, man. It makes you cry.
This is true. True facts right there.
Yeah. So short story, like long story short, is basically like the personal development side of it, like what it did for me personally.
Yeah, we truly are in the business of people and personal growth, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for that. I'm going to turn it over to Erin to close us out here. And I'm just getting the names. After Erin's done, we'll do the draw. Erin, feel free to take it away.
Okay, thanks. Nicole, I love hearing your story, and you mean so much to our family. I am glad we got to know you. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to cry in my first sentence. So I was thinking about 2020, and everybody started, it's such a hard year. The hardness is not over. It's trying. We've all had those moments. And Roxy, my wife, joined this business back when we were struggling hard. We had major financial problems, and she just wanted to help out, wanted to do something. But what she didn't know is this is not a business of shampoo selling or hair care or skincare selling. This is a business of, there's some key things that happen in this business. One is you find out pretty fast that you're in the helping other people business. That became the number one goal. And most of the people, I'd say all of the people who invited you to this call, they're really doing it because they actually care about people. This week, I had the pleasure of talking to somebody who was working this business, and she had been using the product. I don't know how long it was, and I'm not going to say your name. I know you're on the call. I'm not even going to look at your image, but she is doing it, and it completely changed her life. She had refused to share with me her before picture. Now, even like a week ago, somebody wouldn't show me their before picture. They basically showed me an image of Gollum from Lord of the Rings. I don't know if you know who Gollum is. That's a pretty bad hairdo. And, and so this woman wouldn't show me her hair. And I saw her hair today, and her hair was beautiful. She's beautiful. Her hair was amazing today. And she's so affected by what her hair was like when she started. And I was like, what you need to do, the thing I got emotional talking to her on the phone because I knew what was about to happen. She was about to share her before picture and her after picture with the people that she knows on her Facebook feed and Instagram. And she is going to change someone's life. Someone's going to look at that and say, oh my God, that's me. I can't believe that all you did was change your shampoo. And that's how we change people's lives. It doesn't have to be you can have the great story and the great dream where you get the caddy paid for and you retire yourself from corporate America, all awesome things, but there's so many ways that we help people. And that's what this business is about. So you take a step back to 2020, there are so many people that need help in this business. And it's something that we can help you with. The people that invited you can help you. We have the most amazing hair care products and skincare products and wellness that are backed by science. The company established a science advisory board because their goal was to make all natural products and be a game changer in the industry because they're actually going to work. They do clinical trials and make sure everything they put out meets the standard that is amazing natural products that work. And they won't let it out the door until it does. And so they really pride themselves in that. The other thing that happened is this, when I talked about this being a business of you care for people, you care how you can make the most impact on someone's lives. And it really comes back to taking those products, but it's something that started early on in the company with the culture of this company. The culture of this company became ingrained from the founding father who basically started a company. He was the number one sales person in Tupperware in Venezuela. He came to the States and he wanted to start a company, and he didn't want to just open a business. He could have done brick and mortar, paid salespeople, distribution centers, training people, the whole 9 yards. Instead, he said, I want to help other people change their lives. And they wanted to be in the changing of lives business with these great products. And so they set up this company to do that. And the people they got on board, my wife included, she was one of the first people to join. They share with each other. They help their sidelines, they help their downlines, they help their uplines. It's all one big family. And we really call it Mo Family. And it really made such an impact. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're looking to change where your life is headed, because your life, maybe you're struggling today and because of everything going on. Maybe you know people that is. Maybe you just want better hair, better skin, better health, all of those things. It's something that you can take and do. And it's a company with the great product, the great culture. And the third thing that they do is they pay the market partners very well. This is like the top of the industry. Monate pays the market partners 50% basically of every dollar that gets made. Goes right back into the people's pockets. That's unheard of in this business. Normally it's like 20 to 25% when you're doing something like this, but it really makes an impact. So I'll flip back to what about me and how did I get so involved and why do I care so much? And I'm going to tell you right now, my wife did this business for several years. I was a senior executive on a C-level guy in tech companies, and my wife retired me in this business, with this business. She doubled my salary, and I'm telling you, I was up there. I was making very good money, and she retired me, and I spent the previous 2 years doing nothing but loving on my wife. And then she passed away last March. And it was one of those things where you have that aha moment. I walk up to her computer and I see a little Post-it note that told me everything I needed to know. One of the things, it said read daily, and this is what she did, said, who do I want to be? How do I get there? How do I make the most impact on other people's lives? And how do I want to be remembered? And that's instantly I knew my future is protecting her legacy of what she started. And it's so much about helping other people. And that's why I'm sharing this story with you guys. And that's why I'd like you to think seriously about making a decision to change your life. You can be the one in charge, not the virus, not the government, not your boss, not, I don't know, the bill collector or tax guy. You can decide right now today for like $200 or $249 Canadian for that little risk-free, it's all guaranteed 30-day return. You can decide to change your life, and there's no risk to do it. The only risk is not doing it. So whether you join us to just have great hair and use our products, we love you guys just the same. Whether you do it for skincare, we love you the same, or wellness. And Canadians, it's coming. It will be coming. Or you want to join and put some money in your pocket or change your life. It's possible. So I challenge you guys to put it in your heart. Think about how you're going to discover your next chapter and own your next chapter. And that's what I'm encouraging you guys to do. Take it back, whoever, Monty or Brandy.
Oh gosh. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you, Erin. It's always so wonderful to have you share with us. We all love Roxy so much. She's just always going to be an inspiration to us. And I think the next thing is just for the draw. So I'm not sure if you're ready, Brandy, or if you need some more time.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I have everyone that put their name in the list all the way up. So we are good to go. So tonight we're drawing for 2 award-winning products. The first one is our split end mender, Rejuva Beads. Before we do the draws, guests, thank you for being here. We have quite a few guests on tonight. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out in your evening to be with us. I hope that tonight gave you some inspiration or tugged on your heartstrings. I'm sure it did a little bit. It always does. But I hope you just feel some warmth there. Okay, so I'm going to do the draw for the Rejuva beads. Oh, I always forget where my webcam is there. All right. I think it's Teresa. Maybe it's just Teresa. You can unmute yourself. I'm not sure.
It's Teresa.
Teresa, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. And now we're going to do the draw for our Eye Smooth Eye Cream.
Brandy, can I interrupt real quick? Yeah. Did you hit spin already?
I did.
Late. Go ahead.
It's Amanda E. On the screen, it's Amanda W. Congratulations, Amanda. Sorry, did you want to say something, Erin?
No, I don't need to. I'll do it the next time. We're going to do this again next Tuesday, guys, if anybody's interested.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. Whoever invited you here, please go back and ask questions. I'm sure you have many of them. And for those that won, please let your market partner know your address and they'll forward on to Erin and myself. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.